I feel like any face I do with this makeup is so dramatic. So I've never told anyone this, but I actually have a twin sister, Erin. Hello everybody, welcome back once again. This is your girl, Ayla Mode, and today I'd like to introduce you all to not my twin sister, but my best friend. This is Erin.
Hi!
We've been friends for like over 10 years. She's as close as I have to like a childhood friend, like someone that's known me all my life long. So
Yeah.
apart from family, of course. But anyways, I've got a few questions here, and today we're gonna ask each other some questions for the best friend tag. So when and where did we meet?
Okay. 2006, late August. A Carrot Fest.
Oh yes,
We're watching-
super exciting.
We were both watching a band play.
Do you know what band it was? Do you remember?
No.
It was actually Sebastian, if I'm correct, from what ended up, he ended up becoming the guitarist, I believe, for Dead and Divine.
Fuck.
And it was the band
Oh my god.
Mail Order Bride.
No. Wait.
It was Mail Order Bride.
No, it wasn't.
What was it? Well, first of all, there was a number of bands there, but Mail Order Bride definitely played that day.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, well, there you go. I don't know. Either way, we were like the only little emo kids.
I was goth, and my friend was in emo, like my best friend at the time, and Erin and her best friend were emos that were also there, and my best friend had a crush on your best friend.
Yeah,
And-
from like seeing each other for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, so like I ended up being like, alright, I'm sick and tired of you like not saying something. So I went up and told you guys that he had a crush on your best friend.
Yeah, and
And
then
we
she
just-
stomped on my shoes and told me that my shoes were stupid. Yeah, it was a good fucking time.
And then oh yeah, and I stepped on your shoes.
Yeah.
What is their celebrity crush? This is probably like really old news, but I'm gonna say Jake Gyllenhaal for you.
Yeah, it's old news. Okay, he's still my baby. For you?
I'm actually gonna be upset if you don't know this.
I don't know. Do you know? I don't know.
Do you really not know?
Who do you love? You love so many people.
I love so many people, but there's one person who's literally been my crush like forever.
But crush like you...
Like die-hard
Is it
crush.
a lady or is it like a boy crush?
I have a lot of boy crushes,
That's what I mean.
but there's
All
one,
I can think of is boy crushes.
but there's one crush that's been like forever a thing. Drew Barrymore.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
What is their biggest fear? I'm gonna say that your biggest fear is needles. You were
That's very
so
close.
deadly terrified of needles, like
No.
blood tests more specifically.
I can handle a needle. I don't like blood tests, and I don't like IVs. I don't like things to do with my veins.
I remember you didn't even like seeing like veins sticking out.
Just
of
I don't even like
people's-
talking about it. Just fucking stop, okay?
Okay.
Your biggest fear? You probably have no idea about this, but Ayla's quite the hypochondriac, and often believes that she's going to have a stroke.
That
You
is
have to
honestly
use that?
so true.
You don't have to use that.
No,
But,
it's true.
A lot of random medical ailments, I'll get a phone call and be like, I think this is happening.
Do you think that my hypochondria is worse than my fear of water?
You have a fear of water? I didn't know
I
that.
can't swim, like swimming, like
Oh, you know what else?
Like, I'm terrified.
Ayla's afraid of is velvet.
all of
The
my.
feel of velvet.
I'm
fucking-
so
it is-
hypersensitive.
The feel of velvet,
Parachute pants,
parachute pants, things that feel cool.
foam. Oh my gosh, like styrofoam kills me. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I'm very
Velvet.
texture sensitive. Very. What is your favorite memory of each other?
A really good one. I don't know if it's a favorite, but like just recalling Ayla in high school was Ayla used to like to get on all fours and run like an animal and like could do it really well.
I've got really long arms, so they're almost the same length as my
Like
legs.
a dog.
and it allows me to run on all
Like
fours
through the
really
cafeteria.
well. Yeah,
It
like
was a sight for all to see. Or, like, again, maybe this is too much information, but you guys used to get away with a lot in high school. Like, I used to show up sometimes. This probably isn't healthy, but I used to show up sometimes at like 7:30, 8 o'clock for class and meet Ayla and like our friends. And Ayla would be absolutely hammered, like completely obliterated, falling, yelling. But it was funny. Everybody was.
yeah, no,
It somehow didn't like come across like unnatural because we were just so weird.
yeah, I think I was so like regularly strange and crazy that like the teachers didn't even seem to notice. Like I don't know how they wouldn't notice because like
I'm sure some noticed.
because
but
we would fall asleep under the desk and they would just kind of give us a kick and be like, move along to the next class. Like
maybe not a favorite, but
it's up there.
stuck there.
My favorite moment of Erin is probably a couple of years ago. She was working at a coffee shop in Kensington here in Toronto, and I went to pick her up. And as we're driving down the street, some random pedestrian stops in front of the truck, and she literally crawls out the window.
He was being rude. He was being rude.
He was a dick, but still, like, you crawled out of the window and you're like shaking your fist at him, hanging out of my window, and like you two looked like you were ready to fist fight each other while I was driving. Erin's always like also really highly protective of people who are like really aggressive or like agitated about like the trans or queerness around me. So I like those are definitely favorite moments because you definitely like, I don't know, like watching you go into fight mode is kind of exciting. What was our most memorable argument?
The most memorable argument was, again, way back in like high school. It was like a summer evening. We were walking around and we wound up at a park and we started talking about just like religion and like free will and fate
versus free will.
And I was very strongly opposed to the idea of fate at the time. I really wanted to believe that I was completely in control of everything. I also was very comfortable accepting that I didn't know everything. And Ayla has this insatiable desire to know everything and anything. And as a kid, it was expressed as a lot of, I don't care what happens, and that really bothered Ayla. It turned us into a huge fight because Ayla thought I was being willfully ignorant.
Yeah, I kind of like, it just gets so interesting when people like get hung up on a belief that's based in like a lack of digging deeper. Like don't get me wrong, I have parts in my own belief systems that are like more like Schrodinger's cat situations, where it's like the fate and free will exist at the same time, and in time spirituality has also taught me to accept that, you know, you might come to like a godhead point where you know everything, but in that moment of knowing everything, everything doesn't make sense at the same time. So that is where I've kind of really found comfortability in that, like, you don't always know the answer, you will never always know the answer. So
we both have differing ways of like approaching these topics, and as the young people, it came out as yelling in the street.
Yeah, no, that was a pretty intense argument. Yeah. What about them annoys you the most? If I had to say something about Erin annoyed me, I'd really be digging for this one.
That's not true.
But I would probably say that, like, when she's uncomfortable or unhappy with something, you like start like getting really aggressive and angry, and then like I'll try to help you and then you just get mad at me.
The thing that annoys me most about Ayla is when Ayla tries to help me when I am just venting and pissed off.
I'm a bit of a peacekeeper. I like to try and help people. But I'm really glad that...
No, but Ayla's a people pleaser. That's what it is. That's what bothers me, is when Ayla's just trying to be a people pleaser, even to me. That's what bothers me. I don't want you to please everyone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Screw the man. If you can't tell, we're angsty as hell right now. I'm not gonna pass grade 10, Mom.
It's not a phase.
Yes. What about your best friend do you admire the most? I would have to say that I admire that you always have this calmness. Like, as much as you might not within your...
freaked out.
No,
I understand.
Yeah, I just admire that within yourself that you always have this calmness of getting through life and like, you know, you might actually be panicking on the inside, but at the end of the day, you're just like, you know what? I don't know the answer, but no one else knows the answers and we're all just trying to find our way. Like, I will never forget you telling me that. And like you literally opened my eyes to being like, oh geez, like I am actually suffering with the worst anxiety and I need to just stop panicking
Yeah.
and thinking that other people have answers to questions and I thought that I was just out of the loop. You know, you always just have this kind of like real grace in moving through life, whether it's hard or not. And it, like, yeah, no, it's really cool to see that.
Thank you.
Oh, of course.
Anyway, what do I admire most about Ayla? Is I would say, okay, I'm gonna say two things here. One, you have so much heart. I think that like you are one of these people that should probably be more jaded, like compared to other people that I know in life, but you have such like a loving optimism, and I think that's
Thank you.
really good. I also think though that I really admire you just have like this sense of like a natural sense of like exploration and creativity, and even if you know in moments when or in times when you've been really down or like really depressed or going through things in your life and or before even transitioning and not knowing all of this stuff, you still have like always had just a drive to get out, be involved, whatever. And as somebody who like can isolate myself a lot and not push myself because of those things, it's been very inspiring like as an artist.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Sometimes they're nice.
Describe each other in one word. I'm gonna say Aaron is badass. That is like your number one,
Aww.
like maybe that's like cheat because it's like a hyphenated word, but like
See, you're so nice. I was just trying to be a snarky bitch.
thanks.
I was gonna say bitch and then I was gonna say huge bitch. I was like, that's 2 words. No, that's not true. You're an artist. Like, you're an artist. Just like who you are. Like, I don't just mean like you're an
Yeah.
artist. You're, yeah.
Cool, I like that. Thanks. Well, everyone, thank you for joining me and getting to know Erin, because I would not be who I am without her. But until next time, remember to keep your pencil sharp and your mind sharper. Ciao. Yes.